now to the state capitol. Families and the current and deceased MDOC inmates met on the Capitol steps today. They want to raise awareness of what they call terrible conditions at the prisons. 12 News' Gerald Harris joins us live in the studio with more. Gerald?
Well, attorney Carlos Moore says he's representing over a dozen inmates and their families in suits against MDOC. A number of families claim that the Mississippi Department of Corrections failed to timely notify them of the deaths of their family members. Some are accusing employees of the Department of Corrections and assisting in the alleged murders of some inmates and covering up the incidents. The mother of Antonio Taylor, who was called on December 8th that he was dead, says the story they're given is not adding up in her mind.
Only thing I have is his death certificate, and they saying that he hung himself. That's not so, because he have marks on his arms, he have scratches on both of his arms, he has bruises up and down his arms, and he was in a one-man cell. And if he hung himself, that would not be on his body.
She says no additional information was provided to her besides that death certificate. Linda Taylor also says it took her to drive to the gates of Parchment for the prison to notify her of her son's death. Her attorney, Carlos Moore from the Cochran firm in the Delta, is looking to get a preliminary injunction or restraining order placed on the prison because of what he calls deplorable conditions. 12 News reached out to MDOC to get their response in the process of notifying the next of kin of deaths, and have not heard back on that issue. We also reached out to get a response on the alleged cover-ups and assisting in murders of inmates from the staff. We received this statement from MDOC. Quote, because of the pending litigation, the department has no information to add to your report at this time, end quote. Walt?
All right, thank you, Gerald. Hey, 12 News has asked Rock Nation about its upcoming prison reform rally. The team says they will let us know when they set a date.